Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on my prep, where things are, and some things that are on my mind recently, and just some different things that I've been talking to friends about and others who are in prep. But just wanted to give you a little bit of a look of some of my training. My training is still the same split that I've been following. I have found that it works really well with just my energy levels, my schedule with my work, and all the things that I have going on. So I am currently doing a push-pull lower split. And these are just some training videos from the past couple of weeks. So one day where I'm doing pull, I'm either doing block pulls or I am doing deadlifts from the ground. I have tended to do more block pulls because it's been easier on my back, and also I am able to take my quads essentially out of the motion, as I've mentioned before in training summaries. But I have hit a new low actually today, 147.4 pounds. So these videos were from last week, so I was weighing in at about 148. My weight has been fluctuating a little bit, which is totally normal, but something that I have discovered this past week is that stress and sleep really do affect my weight. And I knew this from before. I knew this from previous preps, that if I get I'd say 2 nights of bad sleep in a row, my weight will probably be up about 2 pounds. So I think it's important for competitors and just general fitness people in society who weigh themselves and might get thrown off by the scale to take note of either supplements or sleep or stress and see how it affects your weight. Here I'm just showing some cable pull-throughs. This is a glute movement, and it's compound. I don't know why I backtracked on that statement, but that I love for glutes and hamstrings and getting that booty right. So it's important to take note of what things do affect you, because it can be easy to get discouraged if you see the scale go up a couple pounds or fluctuate all over the place. But I have found with myself, if I all of a sudden am intaking more artificial sweeteners, that also affects my weight. So I checked in with my coach Cliff this past week, and my weight was up from the week before, and I was a little bit frustrated. I just said to him, I wasn't like really upset, but I just mentioned, I said I've had a few stressful days. I had a lot going on. I just found myself not sleeping very well. I was a little bit restless at night, and I just wasn't feeling that great in terms of my sleep. And so I just told him that in my check-in. So as clients for your coach, it's important to talk about these things, because these things do affect your weight. And so I mentioned that to him, and he said, another question, have you increased your sodium or artificial sweetener intake? And I got thinking about it. I stopped and I was like, yes. And here's a little clip from this past weekend of just a little bit of a physique update after the Beyond Limits open house that we had. It's the East Gym in Reynoldsburg that we went to for an open house and PR day where people PR'd. I didn't do any PRs except for volume PRs. But he asked me, is your artificial sweetener intake increased? And I thought about it and I was like, yes, I just bought a 30-pack of Monster Zeros, and they're the sugar-free monsters. And those, for some reason, the ingredients in those, I'm not sure if it's the sugar alcohols or whatever it is. I seem to be pretty sensitive to sugar alcohols. I gained weight, or I just tend to put on some water weight or hold on to water, retain water when I drink those. And then I also thought about it and I said, I bought a huge pack of smoked salmon. smoked salmon has 600 milligrams, or maybe even more, close to 700 milligrams per serving of smoked salmon, and I was having about 3 servings in one sitting before bed. So that can make quite a big difference in terms of weight. So today I was back down to 147.4 pounds after that bit of a upswing. We did make a few adjustments. I am about 13 weeks out now. But overall, I'm just feeling really good about this prep. I mean, we're still rolling along. We're on track. My weight is down again, and I definitely feel leaner the past week or so compared to where I was the week before that, and then the week before that. But it definitely is important for each competitor to take into consideration things that will affect you. Stress is big for me as well, and stress, I usually end up not sleeping as well, and then hence, as I mentioned, my weight tends to spike a bit. So make sure you're taking those things into consideration and communicating that with your coach when you check in. If you don't communicate that, they have no way of knowing. If you go over your macros, tell your coach. If you get 2 hours of sleep 2 nights, tell your coach. If you all of a sudden are eating something totally different and taking a brand new supplement, tell your coach. Like, it's just important communication. It's nothing to be ashamed about. We all have, either slip-ups, or we all have weird things that we do that we don't even think about. Like for me, I didn't even think about those things until he mentioned that. So overall, just feeling fortunate in terms of my prep and feeling pretty good. Energy has been pretty decent. I have found that the sweet spot for me in terms of caffeine per day is about 300 milligrams. For some reason, if I have more than that, if I have like 500 or 400, that's 3 cups of coffee or 4 cups of coffee, which can be easy to do when you're on prep, especially when energy is a bit lower. I feel just weird, like my head kind of hurts, and I feel actually more tired. So I found that sweet spot. So be in tune with your body, and everything's interconnected and everything affects each other, in terms of like your caffeine intake, your sleep, your stress, everything, your schedule, so it's important to take those things into consideration and realize that they do affect you. So that was actually a leg press PR, 12 plates for 3x10. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I do have some exciting things coming up that I will be announcing soon. One of those is being a new contributor for a local magazine here in Columbus, so I did post about that on my Instagram story, and the link is there. I appreciate all your support, and I definitely have a few more things on my mind that I want to make videos about here soon, but thought that this might be helpful for some of you guys in relation to weight fluctuations. I'm combining words. And I will talk to you guys soon. So thanks a lot for your support.